New at 11, two people are in the hospital fighting for their lives after a house fire in Hillsboro. It started around 1:45 this afternoon on Southeast Oak Street between 16th and 18th Avenues. Hillsboro Fire and Rescue says multiple people called 911 and reported that two people may still be trapped inside the home. Firefighters found flames and thick smoke coming from the home and say a back deck began to collapse. Crews found two people on the second floor. They rescued one through a second-story window using a ladder to get to the ground. And firefighters had to use chainsaws to cut part of the wall below the window to create a larger opening to rescue the second person. Both were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. It took about an hour to put out the flames. The cause of the fire is under investigation.